But I don't think any of them realize that people like myself and many of the people in this room can care less about what they have to say, because we know who we are and where we belong and what we stand for. But no matter how much we have tried to be the best neighbor, people have always worked on finding a way to not allow for every single civil liberty to be extended to us.
Welcome back to MAGA News Central. A political firestorm erupted in Congress after Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced a resolution to censure Representative Ilhan Omar. Greene accused Omar of putting Somalia's interests ahead of America's and argued that her comments raised serious questions about where her loyalties lie. The controversy quickly exploded across social media and Capitol Hill. Here's what happened.
Georgia seek recognition.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A.1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows.
Recognized.
Censuring Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. Whereas elected members of Congress take an oath to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. Whereas Representative Ilhan Omar took an oath of allegiance to the United States upon becoming a citizen, declaring, "I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen." Whereas on January 27, 2024, Representative Omar gave remarks at an event in Minneapolis in which she made treasonous statements. Whereas Representative Omar said she has spoken to many Somalians who asked her to intercede for the Somali government by pressuring the United States government into certain actions. Whereas Representative Omar assured the Somalians she spoke to, the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interest of Somalia. Whereas Representative Omar continued, "For as long as I am in U.S. Congress, Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others. Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system." Whereas George Washington warned in his farewell address of 1796 to guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism, and further declared citizens by birth or choice of a common country, that country has a right to concentrate your affections. The name of American, which belongs to you in your national capacity, must always exalt the just pride of patriotism more than any appellation derived from local discriminations. Whereas these statements by Representative Omar clearly violate the oath she took as an elected member of Congress to defend and protect the United States Constitution. Whereas Representative Omar has exhibited the treasonous tendencies George Washington warned about, and her actions must be condemned by all members of Congress who adhere to the oath they took upon assuming office. And whereas by openly admitting her efforts to advance Somalia's interest using her position as a United States representative, Representative Omar has revealed herself to be a foreign agent acting on behalf of a foreign government. Now, therefore be it resolved that Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker, and Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee of the Budget and the Committee on Education and the Workforce.
The controversy began after remarks attributed to Ilhan Omar at an event involving Somali Americans. Critics argued that Omar appeared to promise that she would use her position in Congress to advance Somalia's interests and influence U.S. policy. Those comments immediately sparked outrage among conservatives. Many questioned whether a member of Congress should ever suggest that a foreign nation's interests would be protected from inside the American political system. As the clip spread online, calls for accountability quickly followed. And that's when Marjorie Taylor Greene stepped in. Greene formally introduced a censure resolution against Omar on the House floor. The Georgia congresswoman argued that elected officials swear an oath to serve the United States and should never give Americans reason to question where their allegiance stands. Supporters of Greene praised the move as a defense of American interests and accountability. Critics called it political theater. But regardless of where people stood, the confrontation instantly became one of the most talked about clashes in Congress. Before we continue, if you enjoy political showdowns, congressional drama, and the biggest stories coming out of Washington, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the MAGA News Central community. Marjorie Taylor Greene's effort to censure Ilhan Omar has reignited a national debate about loyalty, representation, and the responsibilities of elected officials. Supporters say Greene is standing up for America First principles. Critics say the controversy is being exaggerated for political purposes. Now we want to hear from you. Did MTG make a valid case for censure, or was this political grandstanding? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on MAGA News Central.